Well, hello there, and welcome to tonight's episode of 20 Sides of Failure playing Curse of Strahd. I am your host, Eggs Benny, and I am here with my players. Say hello, players. Starting with...
Hello, players.
Starting with Jack.
Wow.
Since he
Wow.
seems to be ready and waiting.
Hello, I am Dusky P. I am playing Jack with his left-hand mechanical man, King. And it's a sad day for the King and Jack and Sonder and everyone. We lost an important party member.
Moving on to the other side of the Full House gang, we have Sonder.
Hello everybody, it is your friendly neighborhood Ness here. I play the Furball Druid Sonder Elwood, who is currently trying his best to keep his brain attached instead of drowning himself in his tears. I don't know if it's working, but he's trying his best.
Bless him. He's trying. But then we have our odd couple. Our Mr. and Mrs. We have Azazel.
Hello there. Hi, I'm Sorrow, Mr. Sorrow to you. Everything's great. Everything went exactly how I thought it was gonna go. And, yeah. Just gonna totally vote well in his favor, because he had everything perfectly going, and then it all got fucked.
Mm-hmm. And then Aurora.
Hello. I'm Marin Nightingale. And I'll be doing Aurora Rose, who is trying to keep it together right now. There's too many memories, too much stuff happening.
Now, normally we would also have our sorceress Saya Sombra, but they are away on another adventure today. But that's fun. We left off last week. An epic battle taking place over the full floor of the winery. Bodies dropping left and right. It took some ingenuity to call upon the visage of Strahd to force the druids to go off the property and head back. It wasn't until they rooted the last of the druids out, though, that they think that their scheme might have been foiled as they ran off as soon as they had the chance. And now you're left in the aftermath of this fight, with Queenie unfortunately not making it and becoming one with nature. The rest of you, however, you are technically alive. Well, however close to death you may be, you are alive. And you're left with a couple
Hi
of
everyone,
options.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go on. I was pausing for dramatic effect, but I technically was done.
No, keep the dramatic effect going. Don't let my ugly voice ruin that.
That's fine. All I was going to say was you have a couple of options, and it's fully up to you which way you travel now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna say grab your things, grab your asses, grab the body, and we are going to be going. I would say leave the body, but I know you will all do that. We're going to now go where we need to go, and hurry the fuck up. We're not going to take Strahd's gift horse in the face, or whatever that saying is.
For Meg, we're not done here yet.
What do you need? What do we gotta do?
I need a minute for King, and we also need to get the shipment for the town, the wine.
Sure. Why not? Let's do it. I'm gonna work on the shipment, you work on him, somebody else grab a body.
I'm already holding
Not
Mooney, by the
you.
way. Not me? Okay, then who are we talking about?
No, I'm telling you not to be the one holding them.
Oh. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, don't.
That was in character.
Okay, I totally knew that.
Yeah, you. Someone else grab the body, not you, Big Brain. Big Brain, you're gonna go help me with the shipment. Aurora and Arena, you two are getting you know who.
Yep.
And I forgot your name twice. How am I forgetting your name?
Saya?
Thank you. I don't know why I'm having an issue. You stay out of my fucking way.
She kind of quirks an eyebrow and looks at you as if to be like, okay then. But then she kind of gestures out towards the actual vineyard and the path that you took to walk up here. And you can see a couple of figures approaching you tentatively.
Oh, is it the people we talked to at the camp?
You're assuming, but they're too far away for you to get like a clear image of them. You can just see a
they'll
group
get
of
here when
people
they get
coming
here.
towards you.
Why does it say I'm unconscious?
Um,
Oh, I'm not. I was on top of him. Okay, I was like, what happened to myself?
King is unconscious, unfortunately.
They'll get here when they get here. Soldier, come help me with the shipment.
He would just, like, kind of look at you and look at Queenie and then look at you and just be like, can somebody hold her, please?
I'll get her. Don't worry, Saunders.
She, shouldn't like to be alone, so, just keep her close, okay?
I will. I promise. She will go over and stay by Queenie and start trying to maybe clean her up a little bit.
Easy enough done. The main majority of the damage on Queenie was being hit by needles and claws, so a lot of scrapes and a lot of scratches. But the killing blow, you can tell, was there's a dent in her armor where something of blunt force has just crunched it.
Okay. She like fold her hands and everything, kind of just get her into like a nice little like straight, like fold her hands over her torso and everything, just until they go. Take.
I'll say that in the time it takes you, Jack, to fix King, the figures have made their way over to the winery, and you can see them through the loading bay that it is the Martikovs, the family that owned this winery. You can see the two brothers and the men like looking around, like looking at the damage, whereas the older gentleman Davian comes up to you, Azazel and Sonda, as you've been loading up the shipment onto the wagon. They're just looking about me like, are we clear?
Yeah. Yeah, for now I think we're fine. I mean, hopefully forever, but you know, can't guarantee the future, right?
Well, as a thank you, I will have my boys deliver this for you. Where do you want it sent?
Where do we want this to be again?
Krezk.
It was... Yeah.
That place.
Yeah. The place that we're going.
I just can't remember the name of it. But yeah, that place.
Yeah. He gives a quick little whistle, like through his teeth, and the two sons begin working next to you as a practice team. You can tell they've done this over and over and over again. Like, they know what they're doing. One of them heads to the stables and frees the 2 draft horses that have been kept there.
Perfect, then. All right, Sandra, you just make sure that the shipment goes fine, and we'll be out in a minute.
He'll give you a nod and kind of just stay with the horse and like ask if he could help them or anything.
When your group is ready, Davian says, like, looking at you, Azazel is like, oh, you're going back in for something? Sure. There is information that you're going to want and need before you leave for your journey.
Well, if I'm not back out soon enough, tell Jack.
And he, like, kind of huffs and grunts, but not in a, not in a negative way is the best way of putting it. Like, it's just an acknowledgement of, like, fine.
I give him a nod, and then I just I move over back to where Aurora and Queenie were.
I'd say by this point, Aurora, you've probably brought Queenie down off of the balcony, and it's now on the ground floor.
Okay.
All right, you situated? Are you able to get her here? Does somebody else need to? Saunders not the one who's going to be dealing with it.
I'll move her. I'm as ready to go as I can be.
Irina does step forward to you, Aurora, and go, if you need an assistance, I'm more than happy to lend an arm.
Thank you. I feel like it's the least I can do.
All right. Well, this is taken care of. Is there anything else we need here, or are we good?
Nothing else that I'm aware of.
Awesome. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm gonna start walking out. Jack, did they say anything, or have you been waiting?
Not yet.
In fairness, if literally all you're doing is stepping in, saying, are you ready, and then leaving, Davian is happy to wait that amount of time.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were going to need anything or not. That's why I was kind of telling him if need be, just talk to Jack about it. But, all right, cool. What you got?
One of the reasons that the druids attacked here in the first place is that they originally stole from us. The reason that the vineyard and the winery work as well as they do is because we have magical assistance. These, we call them seeds, but it's a gemstone about the similar size and shape of a pine cone. They are what keeps the fields verdant, vibrant. It's what it's what we use to grow our wine. And they stole those seeds. For whatever reason. But knowing the properties of those seeds, it can't be for anything good. So please, head with my boys, head to Krezk, get yourself situated. I would not leave it too long before you go to Yester Hill yourselves. And see if you can see what the druids are using those seeds for.
Thanks for the heads up. Don't die yourself?
Yeah. No promises. And he gives you, like, that stereotypical, like, old man laugh where it's really wheezy. It's like, it's taking a lot of air and effort to give it.
I feel that. Alright, gang. Be gone.
Both of the brothers, like, kind of pat the back of the delivery wagon, kind of expecting you to be like, getting on.
We're riding in style. Everybody, get on.
The two brothers shrug, and Adrian, the eldest, just goes, it'll be quicker.
I like the sound of that. Sonder, you get to sit up front.
He kind of just like... How do I describe this? He kind of just like gives you a very like pathetic smile. He looks like a wet dog. Like, you know, just the very trying his best, gives you kind of a lopsided smile and a shaky thumbs up. And he'll just be like, apparently I'm supposed to ride up front with you lot, if that's alright.
More than fine. We'll take all the ice that we can get.
Then he will, sit wherever they want him to, because he's pretty fucking big, so he doesn't want to, like, push them off the bench or anything, but he'll just kind of sit down and, wait for everything to... I dropped my thing. Wait for everything to get moving.
Mm-hmm.
I will climb up onto the back of the wagon and help other people get on and get situated.
Yep, let everyone get thrown up there. If there's room for me, awesome. If not, he'll just follow behind.
I think there's probably room for you, but not for King.
Say, alright, King can walk.
King, it's fine, he can walk.
King's faster than most of us.
Also true.
Alright, let's, be off.
As you begin to leave the winery and to leave the fields of the vineyard, can everyone roll a perception check for me?
No.
Nice.
Does it have to be perception?
Yes.
I was almost another nat 20.
Yeah, that makes about sense.
Okay. I'll say that with the rolls that you've got, Sonder, you are way too distracted by both the brothers and your own grief to be even looking out on the road, even though you're meant to be the one up front.
Yeah.
Azazel, realistically, your viewpoint is to the back, so you're watching if anything's coming up behind you, and you're pretty satisfied. Nothing's happening there. You're happy with that.
Sweet.
Aurora and Jack, you watch as out of the forest and out of the underbrush, this girl appears. Panting, heavy, like she comes running through the tree line.
Jack, do you see her too?
Yeah. Go take a look.
Yeah. Aurora would nudge Azazel so that he knows.
What? Huh?
Got somebody over here, and she'll point her out.
Oh, we're not taking anybody else. I'm done bringing in strays. They keep dying. No.
If they
Amira.
need help, they need help.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking knew. I'm sorry. I had to be an ass.
Amira, feel free
I'm so
to
sorry.
introduce yourself.
So there's wagons like going past me, right?
Mm-hmm. You've pretty much managed to what's it called? You've pretty much managed to get parallel with it, so that then, as it's passing you, you're running out of the underbrush.
Wait!
No, we're full up.
Stop the
Sorry.
clock.
I was sent here!
Yeah, no, we're really full up now. Sorry. No, I really appreciate whatever you're selling. I don't want it.
Wait, is
Can you
you?
grab them? Can you? Oh,
No, it's good. Thank you. I don't want real estate. It's great. I got a nice place here.
Is this where I say
awesome.
rolls your history check?
Oh, fuck. Do I know you?
Azazel, roll a history check.
Oh, fuck. I want to laugh so hard if I know you, but I don't remember you.
That's so funny.
No, it's great. I appreciate it. I've got insurance. I've got everything I need.
Orma sent
Appreciate it.
me.
Who?
Oh, right, yeah, you don't call her Orma. I do. Ava sent me. Madam Ava?
Nah, sorry. I don't know. It's not full. No one answer. We're not taking this.
No, you're... Azazel, I recognize you. I kind of grew up a little bit with you. So, you, and points at Aurora, you must be Aurora. Wow, you really are pretty like the dawn. Then looks to Saya. And you must be Saya, because you're dark and mysterious.
And
At the front, you must be Sonder, or is it Aces? Either way, I was told that you were wild, and you're human like me, so you must be Jack.
Yeah, you got all of that wrong. That's not who we are. Sorry, I think you got the wrong card.
No, I'm pretty sure I got the right one. I was given a message and a vision.
from who?
Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in jail.
Mother Midnight and Madam Ava.
We don't know that. Fine, get in the fucking cart. Oh my god.
You know.
Just get in the cart.
my
Just get in the
humor.
cart. Just get in the cart.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
Just
And
get
she
in the cart.
scrambles aboard.
Oh, I'm going to
I'm-
crack my head off. I don't care right now. Right now? Nope, I don't care right now. For right now, you shush, and we'll figure that out later. Why are you here? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I love you, right? I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
I was sitting here. I was told you guys were waiting for me. I'm
Oh,
Cole.
yeah.
Amira.
Wait,
Sorry,
fuck.
Amira Cole? I was told you guys were waiting on me.
Hold on, what'd you say your name was?
Cole. Amira Cole.
Get out.
Amira Cole?
I've had enough of those in my life right now. I don't need another, especially one as talkative as you.
I'm sorry. I can be quiet.
No, I don't believe you.
She just sits there.
If you
Drops her head. Her shoulders come forward a little bit. Her hands are on her knees, and she's just staying quiet. This girl, now that you see her, she has very pale skin, blue eyes, which are like a steely blue, not like a bright blue like Queenie's wear, but they're like a steely blue. Her hair is like a ginger auburn red color, but her eyebrows are blonde. She is very young. She looks to be about 16 or 17. She has like a big backpack, and she has 2 hand axes on either side of her, and she has a battle axe on her back.
She takes a seat and like slouches over. Jack's just gonna put a hand on their shoulder. Apologies for Zazel.
Oh, it's fine. I
We're
know
not-
what he's like.
Having a good day today. As of right now, we've lost someone Pretty
I'm
close.
so sorry.
Uh,
Oh, that must be
it's alright.
Queenie? Is it Queenie or is it Quinevere?
He's at that, and he's just gonna stop and just kind of go silent and just go back to his seat.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you upset.
It's alright.
Just gives your hand a small squeeze. Just
Almost like I warned you by telling you not to say anything, but no one listens to me.
nobody ever listens to you.
That's what I just said. Don't copycat me. Are you? Oh, you're. Why did she send you here besides making a pun?
Just cocks head to decide a little bit. A pun? No, I was told. I got a vision from Mother Midnight, and Madame Ava also got the vision, and she told me I needed to meet you guys here.
Just say why.
You needed help?
Yeah, I need a lot of things. Fine, okay.
She also told me to tell you to calm the fuck down.
I know for a fact that she
Smiles.
didn't because she loves me, and you're making shit up now. So maybe you should be a little less that. And just
What?
gestures to all of you.
What languages does Azazel speak?
You don't know.
DM?
You wouldn't know.
Okay. So I hadn't heard Azazel talking to, in different languages to, Madame Ava, then.
Common.
I haven't.
All the time.
Okay.
Always.
Well, actually, what she said was, and then immediately begins to spring something off in a different language that sounds very, is it guttural? Or is it more, harsh sounding? I'm trying to remember what it sounds like.
It depends on
Both.
what language it is. It sounds like you're talking about D-speech or abyssal.
In that case, then, I was right.
What? Is it one of those two?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Abyssal.
Okay, tell me what you say because I speak abyssal.
That's hilarious.
Again, it says, actually, she told me to tell you, and it says, shut the fuck up, Azazel.
And I respond with, "You're not a miracle. You're a fucking nightmare."
I've been told him both. Thank you.
You're
Oh,
very
but-
welcome.
And then goes back to common. She also told me to tell you that your card reading had changed.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No, it did not.
She's been keeping an eye on you.
That's creepy.
No, in the way that Madame Ava looks out for people.
It's matter Ava.
You're-
No matter how she looks at you, it's creepy.
Well, I find her comforting. But anyway, that's by the
You
by.
need to get
Your
out
card
more.
reading has changed.
Yeah.
What is it now?
You don't even know who this lady is. Wait, do you?
No, not at all.
So what do you mean? What is it now? You didn't even know there was a card reading to begin with. You're just trusting a random miracle. That's dangerous. You're not even religious.
You never asked if I was religious, so you don't even know
not.
if I am or not.
You're
You
not.
can just call me Mira. Or call completely your choice. You don't have to keep calling me by my full name. It's a little weird.
What's the card reading?
Time out, getting the information.
Time out. Time out. I'm getting a miracle. I need to fall asleep real quick.
I have to say, love the pun. Fantastic.
It's great. I'm so sorry being such a dick to you, but it's
Worst timing.
Oh, worst timing, absolutely.
Okay. Out of
Also, want
game,
to tell you just to get out.
I joked that we needed a miracle to like somebody else, and then I was like, "Hey, that's actually a pretty good name," and that's what her name is. But back in character, it wasn't like your whole card reading had changed. It was the one card had changed, and it's something that she needs to tell you about in person.
No. That's the sketchiest thing I've ever heard.
You're in a position to say no.
I certainly am. I am my own Star Charter. I do not have to do anything anyone tells me. So yes, very much so, I am.
What does your star chart have to do with... Look, I was sent here. I was given a vision. I was told I had to be here. Madame Ava told me she needed to see you to discuss your card reading.
You know, you are so right, and I appreciate it. I'm turning my ways. Tell her I'm on my way.
She'll know. She also knows that
think,
you're lying.
I think you're not religious. I know that for a fact. All right. Can we have just a little bit of silence? That would be in itself a miracle.
I just look to Aurora and it's like, he's gonna be like this all the time now, isn't he?
Probably. But I think he'll be fine.
Should have just introduced myself as Cole. She told me to introduce myself as Cole. Why would I say my first name? Ugh.
Well, I think Mira is a beautiful name.
You would. I mean, I'm not listening.
And do you think I mind if you listen?
Do you think I care either way? Answer that is yes. I'm not that much of an asshole, everyone. Thank you.
Well, I know better to also stop you from trying. And as for you, Mira, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's finally nice to actually meet you lot, too. I'm sorry it wasn't under better circumstances.
It definitely not a good time, but it's always good to meet somebody new. Somebody new without malice, I should say. How long have you been looking for us?
DM?
The journey from the camp to here, could take realistically as long as you wanted it to. Like, if you were making every stop along the way, it could take you a couple of days. Or you could push through and just do it in a 24-hour period.
Took me a little over a day.
Definitely higher forces watching over us then. I'm sorry that it's a bad time now.
I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
I just met her, but I'm sorry to have lost her. She looks over to where she's laid Queenie.
And Mira just looks and gives a small smile. As in, not like a creepy smile, but as in a sorry for your loss kind of like smile, like timid
Mhm.
smile.
Yeah. So, what do you do? uh, what are you trained in?
Oh, I believe in Mother Midnight. Madame Ava's been helping me with that actually. Um, so I can do a bit of the healy stuff, but I can also I've been told I have a mean right hook. I can handle myself.
All right. Good to know. It's with everything we've been through, having someone that handles themselves is good.
I was told to just kind of, well, the vision said that like you needed me to kind of have your backs and your fronts and just kind of just like be here for you and help you.
Mm,
Um, I'm gonna try.
Her smile turns really like sad, like falls at the expression. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um, it, it's fine. It's nothing you probably would be aware of unless you saw in your vision as well.
There are there are two of you. So twins?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I am not making a good impression.
You're fine. Just, it was only a few days ago. Still a fresh one, isn't it?
I'm really, really sorry.
Thank you. Um, though you have nothing to be sorry for.
Saunders in the front, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of just been listening in this entire time, but hasn't really said anything.
Okay.
He's very quiet. Well, he's usually quiet, but he's very quiet in a distant sort of way.
Okay.
He's trying not to interact with people.
Okay. um is it one of those carts where it's like it's not, is it a closed cart or is it like an open cart whereby like we can see the people in the front?
Oh, incredibly open. The people that are in the wagon right now are sat on top of wine kegs. Because it's a transport
You near
wagon.
God?
It's not meant
God
to
is
be.
muted.
When you don't realize you're muted. Haha. It's a very open cart because this is a transport wagon. So realistically, everyone in the back
Okay.
is sitting on wine kegs
Okay.
or hanging off like the side rim. There's no actual seating in the back.
Okay. I'm gonna look back to Jack. Would it be okay if I said a prayer over her? I think the D might be muted.
That would be all right.
Would the wagon obviously isn't very wide, so she's just going to try and like kneel as best as she can.
Yeah, the kneel has probably turned into a bit more of a straddle and a squat, but you've got a bit of room.
I don't straddle, Queenie.
No, you're straddling a keg.
Okay, that's fine.
That was Queenie's middle name.
Queenie didn't have a middle name. And did anybody actually close Queenie's eyes? Or did nobody consider that?
Aurora would have done that while she was left with Queenie.
Okay. Straddling a keg. Puts the hands together. Says a silent prayer, which is in common, so everybody would understand it. Of may you now rest in peace. I hope you're comfortable in the warm embrace of the Mother Midnight, and are warmed by Onatar's hearth. Rest well, you will not be forgotten. Just leaves it at that and just gets back up and then literally slumps again, head down, stays quiet.
Is there anything else that anyone is doing while you're traveling?
Yeah. I like to go. We have Queenie's backpack, right?
Yeah.
I would like to go into it and take out what I hid in her backpack.
I'm gonna stop Azazel from going through Queenie's backpack.
I put something in there. No, I didn't. That was another character. I'm gonna go cry now. Totally. I fucked up on characters. It's fine. Should have done that a while ago with somebody else. I just forgot who that was. I don't have it. I go like that's alright. I'm gonna commit. I go to open the bag like actually, you're right, I don't need to go through the bag.
I'm gonna say I believe Aurora has the bag that you need.
This is the bag you're after.
It's fine. I'm not tired. You're tired.
You can't judge me. I judge myself. Well, the two brothers, Adrian and Elfia, they seem to be on a swivel a lot. They're letting you have this private conversation. They don't know you well enough to butt in. But they do make a little bit of a noise to grab all of your attention. As you can see the winding road of Krezk coming up before you. Seeing the cart arriving and seeing the brothers, the guards, come down and open the gate for you. No questions asked.
That was freaking easy. Hey, guard! What's the nearest tavern?
He looks to you with a quirked eyebrow and says, "There isn't one."
Where's the closest inn?
There isn't one.
Where's the closest overhead cover?
150 feet that way? You might as well stay on the wagon.
What about the nearest church?
Oh, that will be that. And he gestures upwards. And you can now see there is a mist-shrouded village beyond the wall that is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretched between strands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many pine trees, in fact, as to constitute for a forest. To the northeast, grey cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey is easy to see from this vantage. So above you, like up in the cliffs, is the walled, out, like it's an outer wall, and then there's a massive monastery just up in the hills.
I guess that's where we're going.
The wagon continues forward into the first house that you can see. They step down off the wagon and knock on the front door. And the person that answers is, now that you're seeing him up close, it's a little bit easier to see, but it was essentially the man that turned you away about 2 hours ago. Older gentleman.
Great.
Definitely like mid-50s. Salt and pepper like going through the beard. Hair seeming to be of the style of the time where it's like it's been partially slicked back and behind an ear. He is wearing finer clothing, but it's definitely closer to maybe what the Martikovs were wearing in the inn in Vallaki than what the Burgomaster was wearing. It's very much like it's the commoner's noble. He looks to the wagon and looks to you and just gives you a little bit of a gruff nod to be like, nah, you here? And he actually begins to help the brothers unloading the wagon.
Alright, everyone get off this stupid train. Get in, make yourself home. Don't ask, just do it.
Hearing the thing of like, oh, make yourself at home, even if it is said in like a little bit of sarcasm, the man does look to you and go, oh, please, if you head inside, my wife will be there, able to receive you.
Thank you.
Question, can we bring Queenie inside too, or are they gonna question why we have a dead body?
You can ask. Nothing wrong with asking.
Sonder would definitely kind of like, he'll also be helping like get the barrels off the wagon, and he'll turn to the man and just be like, one of our group has fallen while retrieving the wine cart. Is there any way we can house them inside?
He does actually take a moment to address you directly, Sonder. He stops unloading the wagon. And he gives you a look that's quite hard to place. But does like screw up his lips a bit and give you a nod. Feel free to roll an insight check for me.
That I will. I can find it. There it is. Okay. The 16?
Sonder. He struggles to talk to you about the preparations of a dead body because he himself is also going through grief. Like, you can see him struggle to look at Queenie. His eyes are on the verge of watering and spilling over. He's helping these men not because he has to, but because if he doesn't do something, he will crumble.
He will kind of like step in front of Queenie's body, kind of like blocking him, and he will kind of put a gentle hand on his shoulder and just like, I understand.
There's a long, drawn out like sniff as he just kind of tries to get himself together and try to take away the outward signs of his grief. Heading on inside, everyone. It is an incredibly small cottage. Like, it's 200 feet square, the entire floor plan. With a very much an open plan living kitchen diner, with the bedroom the only bit that's cornered off. And you look off to the side and you can see that there are actually inside pens where, like, there's pigs and chickens and cows, like, different livestock actually have internal pens to keep themselves from freezing over. Inside, there's a woman preparing what looks to be some herbs and some eggs, and turns to look at you. She has a similar look to the man outside in the sense of, now that you've seen it, Sonder, you can't unsee it. She's putting on this poker face of keeping it together, but she's on the brink of emotional collapse. She does have this presence, though, in the sense that, like, she wears her shoulders broad, like, she has kind of presence that fills the room, and she looks to you with a quirked eyebrow. It's very much thing of, you get the impression that she's not going to take any nonsense. Are you the travellers that my husband was telling me about?
That would be us.
Well, I'm assuming you're here because you have the wine, and in that case, you're more than welcome. As long as you milk the cows and collect eggs and make yourself useful, you're more than welcome to stay here for as long as you wish.
Thank you.
Cows need to be milked right now.
No, they were done in the morning, so they should be fine. Fine until tomorrow.
Do you have a shovel I could borrow?
There's a little bit of a hitch in her throat. Yes. We do. It is around the back. Why do you need a shovel?
Sonder would kind of just give Jack a little bit of a look. As, like, tilt his head towards her, like, look at her. She's crying.
Yeah. Lost someone close to us. And they're gonna need a proper burial.
Then don't bury her here. There's nothing proper about our burials.
Do you have a recommendation on where then?
Outside the city walls. Well, it's a village, technically. Outside the village walls. Nowhere near the abbey.
Understood.
But you're more than welcome to take the shovel. It's just propped against the back wall outside.
Jack is gonna go grab that shovel and go on a small walk back outside the village.
Thunder
And
is definitely
Mira-
coming with you. Oh my god.
And Mira's gonna follow.
Mm-hmm.
And then just when you're outside, she's gonna say, I don't think she'd want to be buried. It's cold and lonely in the ground.
As you step outside the back of the house as you're having this thought, Amira, all three of you come face to face with a graveyard. It seems that rather than having a communal space, each house has their own designated family graveyard. And there is one grave that is incredibly fresh. The grave dirt still noticeably different from the surrounding area. But the thing that I think maybe bothers you the most is that the rest of the graves at some point have been dug up and the caskets are empty.
Oh, that's not good.
Can I roll something to see if I know what this is? As in, like, if it's grave robbers or if it's something a bit more untoward?
History check. When it loads. There we go.
Oh, for crying out loud. Nope.
You can't remember, in all honesty. It looks like grave robbers, though.
Looks like robbers.
Jack is gonna just grab the shovel. He'll turn to head outside the village. Not saying a word.
Jack,
Yeah,
I don't think she'd want to be buried.
it's not for her.
We're going far. I need to talk to you about something later.
I'll be back in an hour.
Is anyone going with Jack? I think that Irina would come up to you, Jack, and essentially ask your permission to go with you. I understand if this is something that you would rather do on your own, but I think a tour of this place would not be a bad idea.
They alright. I don't mind the company.
Sonder would be probably the one carrying Queenie's body. Same as before, just kind of tucked under his chin like a small child.
If she gets a bit too much, I can take her if you want.
He gives you a very sad smile and just kind of like pats the top of your head. Thank you. But I would like to give her one last hug, before we send her off.
I think she'd like that too.
You can just see his lip, like, start to wobble as he, like, sucks in a deep breath and, like, nods his head. can see tears kind of like leaking out the corners of his eyes.
You know when people put like a hand on the back to like support as like you're walking? It's essentially what Amira's doing.
You can, as soon as you touch him, you can just feel him physically trembling. Like he's trying so hard to keep it together. You can feel like his muscles in his back like quivering as he walks.
Yeah, she's not saying anything. Just the hand stays there as you're walking.
Aurora and Azazel, are you staying in the cottage or are you doing your own walk?
Oh, I'm staying. I got nothing. He's just gonna try to find a kind of like a corner that doesn't seem too damp and like start throwing like a bedroll out, so I start setting everybody up. He doesn't seem to be affected at all.
Aurora is staying as well.
That's fair. The wife would introduce herself as Anna. And seeing
Would he
you
introduce himself?
seeing you rolling out bedrolls, she would go, "Oh, no. Please come this way." And she would lead you into what would be the bedroom, and it turns out that it's actually two separate rooms that just look like one big room, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So
It's fine. I'm not
there's 4 small beds that have all been like pushed into this secondary room. But the good news of it is that there is a door that leads directly from this bedroom to the outside. So it's almost like your own private entryway and exitway, if that's what you want.
not expecting any like special treatment. We stay in the halls if we preferred.
If you're staying and you're pulling your weight, you might as well use the furniture. Don't want you throwing your back out before you really start.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Please. I am no ma'am. Anna is fine.
As you wish.
At that point, I'd say that the 2 Martikov brothers stick their head in just enough for you, Azazel and Aurora, to like see them wave and like give you a goodbye.
Wave them off.
Before
You did good, kid.
There's a chuckle. There's like both of them are like aesthetically older than you.
Yeah.
But they chuckle and they give you a wave and head off with their horses back to the winery. It's at that point that the gentleman that greeted you at the gate comes in, and with a brusque handshake to both you and Aurora, like treats her exactly the same, introduces himself as Dimitri.
How's it going, Dimitri? Thanks for letting us in this time.
I will not claim to be interested in the business of Strahd. Whether you are his friend or his enemies, I do not care. As long as you pull your weight, which I'm sure Anna has already said, and Anna like kind of fluffs a bit of like a handkerchief cloth and is just like, shush, you old man, they already know. Well, if you know.
Yeah, we know.
I would give the standard recommendations of, obviously, if you walk around at night, that's your own problem. And I would not go up to the Abbey at night, if at all.
Is there something the matter with the Abbey?
There are many things wrong with the Abbey, dear. Including the Abbot.
So?
Well... It's one of those where it's hard to... It's hard to put a finger on. He's been with us in Krezk for over a century. My grandfather knew him. But he has not aged a day.
You have suspicions that he's with Strahd?
I have suspicions that he does not have our best interests at heart. Especially with the company that he keeps.
Who's the company?
I'm sure you will be introduced to the Bellevue family at some point.
I look forward to meeting the Bellevues then.
It'll be an experience.
Like everything.
Isn't it all? But, as I say, you're welcome to stay here. If you make friends with someone in the village, you are more than welcome to stay with them. No hard feelings. It is more the thing of we do our own food, make our own clothes, cut our own trees for log cabins and lodging. We are pretty much a self-sustaining village. Other than the wine.
We'll try to hold up. We'll try to hold up on the bargain. You have some people walking around right now. I'm sure when they get back, we'll get right to it.
Well, not expecting you to do anything on the first day. Today is the day that you should be exploring. See what you can get of our sleepy little village.
Thank you very much.
He goes over to his wife and almost absent-mindedly wraps an arm around her shoulder and just places a kiss into the corner of the arm and the shoulder. And she, with a sad smile, just kind of takes his hand and gives it a squeeze. But there's that one moment of vulnerability, and then immediately it's disperse, getting on with whatever else they were going to do during the day. Is there anything...
You good, Aurora?
Hmm?
Sorry.
I was just asking if there was anything that you two were specifically doing, and if not, I was going to go to the other group.
I was just going to ask you a quick question.
Ask away.
You doing alright?
As well as I can be.
Well, you're doing good. Keep it up. They're not going to be so well.
Yeah, it seems like no matter where we go, there's something to worry about.
Every day. Well, what's up?
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't feel anything. Why?
Because I just really bothered to ask you.
I'm sorry, what?
Because no one else has really bothered to ask if you're alright.
Oh.
Oh, no one's gonna ask me. I mean, I appreciate you asking me, but I don't matter in the situation right now.
At least one of us here can impress me.
I appreciate it, but I'm good. Let's just get things ready and have hopefully a decent sleep, and we'll deal with them in the morning. That's a lie. That's something I'm gonna have to deal with today, right? Well, we'll be an ass when they get back, but hopefully they'll understand.
Then let's get ready for them to get back.
What's up?
She's like,
Sorry, I have a hard time hearing you.
yeah, sorry, one of the babies is being fussy over here. Well then, let's get ready for them to get back.
Let's do it. Fun, fun, fun. It's gonna be great. That's all, DM.
I'll say for the second group that Saya went with you as well, more for the thing of wanting to explore the village than anything else. But it doesn't even take you an hour to walk the entire perimeter. When we say village, this is a very small place. Discounting the abbey, it's probably 500 feet at its widest section. But you walk around, you see that a lot of the houses are very similarly built to Dimitri and Anna's, where they have coops for chickens and pigs. Some of the larger houses have cows as well, but they also have inbuilt inside coops and pens so that they don't freeze during the night. All of the pathways are dirt track and dirt byways. There's very thick wagon wheel ruts in the roads where you can see like carts have been dragged around from house to house. I would say the one thing that stands out and the one thing that potentially grabs your eye is this shrine. To the northern end of the village, there is what looks to be like a natural spring pool, and then next to it, like a kind of pseudo shrine. Even under the grey skies of the pushing back of the rain, this pool shimmers and sparkles. On, like, I'd say the right-hand shore, there's an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a bare-chested man with a mournful expression on his face. Its paint chipped and faded. It stands in the gazebo with its arms outstretched as though waiting for an embrace or a hug.
Jack will take note of the gazebo and what's there. He was informed not to bury anyone inside the village. He was told to bury them outside of it, correct? Mira.
Mm-hmm.
You said she wouldn't want to be buried alone.
Yeah. It's dark and cold and lonely.
Do you have any recommendations of where could be buried?
I'm sorry, I keep getting images of fire and clanging sounds. Is it possible that she'd want a pyre?
There's clanging sounds, she's probably thinking of a forge.
That makes sense. It's like rhythmic. It's like dink dink, and then like ding ding, and then dink dink, ting ting. Which you would know is Queenie's thing of like hit it twice, tap twice, hit it twice, tap twice.
Or if there's a forge in this town. If not,
I mean,
we could try cremating her.
she kind of like holds her axes like I can chop down some trees, or if you want to try to cremate her, we could see.
If we could. He's gonna go towards some of the woods. Try to see if they can get honestly enough wood to start a pyre. He's gonna use the shovel as well to start digging out an area so he's not gonna accidentally burn down the forest. Make an area safe to burn.
Maybe.
I'll get started on getting the wood. Sandra, do you wanna help? I've got spare axes.
Yeah, I can, I can do that.
She gives you a hand axe. She keeps the battle axe for herself.
That's completely fine.
She not as like in a negative way, but it's more a thing of like she can see you. It's just like hand axe is more manageable.
I mean, I'm pretty strong, but, battle axes aren't really his thing.
Yeah. So what she'll probably do is she'll probably like cut the main chunks, and then you're probably like splitting.
Yeah, I'll split them into thinner bits so they catch faster.
And then I'm assuming Jack is making the plot, for lack of a better word.
For lack of a better word, yeah. That way we have
Like a
an
fire
area.
pit.
Yeah, so we're not accidentally burning grass as well as the forest.
Mm.
Last thing we want to be doing is going to a new town, just starting a forest fire.
No, literally.
How'd you guys get kicked out of the next town? Well, you see.
We start fires.
The stereotypical thing of trying to do the right thing and it bit us in the ass.
I'll
Why?
I say that it's quite easy for you to clear like a little section, because where the pool is, it then backs onto this almost like, the best way of putting it is like a switchback trail that leads up the cliff to the abbey. So you're very close to the cliff wall, so if you're wanting to prevent like a fire spreading, for example, you could use the cliff face as a bit of a buffer.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Can all of you as this is happening while you're preparing the wood and preparing this pyre, make perception checks for me.
The bane of my existence.
Got a 22.
I got a 22.
Got a 6 and a
Got
17.
a 17.
Okay. So yeah, Jack, at this moment in time, the most important thing is this pyre. So you are focusing on that, getting that done, trying to move through as much as possible. Sonda and Amira. While you're doing this, initially Irina does help you. She doesn't just leave you to do it on your own. But every now and again you can see that something is catching her attention until the point that she starts to walk towards the pool and leaves you maybe 50 feet away to go to the pool.
Are you alright?
I can
Sorry. Talking to Irina.
I can hear something calling to me.
Sandra's eyes kind of just
Spiritual?
immediately go wide as he drops the fucking wood and just very cautiously goes up to Irina. Following voices is usually a bad thing, where I come from. I don't know if it works the same here, but if something is calling to you, it's usually trying to trick you.
Well then, come with me so that I'm not tricked on my own.
He kind of swallows, is the best way I can describe it. He just kind of gulps.
You ain't going alone, it's alright. He's gonna nod to Sonder, and he's gonna set his shovel down to also join them.
She gets down on her knees at the edge of the pool and begins to look down into the water's surface.
Saunders basically on standby, ready to snatch her away from the water's edge if anything tries to pull her out and into it. He's just primed and ready. Pick her up and just run.
Oh, if everybody's going over, I guess Amira will follow.
So as you head on over, you watch as you can tell that she feels compelled to do something. There's a voice that only apparently she can hear because you can't hear anything. And she reaches out and just almost pokes the water's surface, creating this ripple effect that cascades from her fingertip. And from the water's surface, where that ripple was, an image begins to appear. There's a handsome young man with kind eyes. And you can tell that he probably was a noble, or at least meant to look like one. Is that the way that he dresses and the way that he holds himself, even in just this image. He has that bearing of nobility. Sonda. There are a couple of differences. but the image in front of you looks enough like Jack where it's unnerving.
Mm-hmm.
The hair's longer. It's like pushed back and away from the face and touching like the shoulder blades, like going into the clavicle kind of length. But it's that very similar chiseled jawline, decent like cheekbones and nose, and these bright blue eyes that are looking up at you. But more specifically,
Oh yeah, and he's
at
fully
Irina.
just kind of freaking out.
The image begins to speak, as there was a sadness in his eyes until he focused and managed to see Irina. And he is full of joy, massive smile, eyes twinkling. And he looks up to her and says, "Tatiana, it's been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last." And he is reaching up to her with a hand, but at the moment the image is still 2D. And I would say that with passive perceptions, both Sonder and Amira, you can see that Irina's eyes have actually changed in the sense of they're not glazed over. This isn't a charm that you can see, but like her actual eye color has changed. Whereas before they were, I guess the best way of putting it was like they were green, but they weren't incredibly vibrant. Now they sparkle. It's almost like that stereotype of like the emerald green. And she is literally clamped on the edge of this pool, and you can hear her voice, but it doesn't sound like her. She goes, "Oh, my beloved Sergei, has this blessed pool called your spirit to me?" And she reaches towards the water's surface as a hand made of water begins to reach up towards her to meet her partway.
Nope.
Oh,
grab
absolutely
Paul.
the fuck not. Immediately, like, putting his arms around her waist and, like, hauling her up away from the edge. I don't fucking care. I'm getting her out of there.
I feel like that's both of us just going like, nope. Paul.
Okay.
I knew this shit was fucked.
As you intervene, the hand sinks back into the pool. The image of the man fades, and she begins to wail as she keeps calling out the name through the sobs, like Sergei, Sergei, like repeatedly. And she's racked with sobs right now.
Are her eyes still the, like, deeper green?
In fairness, it's hard to see because with the sobbing, like her eyes are shut and screwed, and like you can just see like the tears pouring like out through the slits that are left.
Is this something that I've seen before happen?
No, not at all.
Do I have any idea of what this could be?
No. I had to think about that then, but no. The only person that would is not there.
Because you said, like, it's not a charm, you said. So she's not being, like, persuaded or anything.
I meant more like a takeover or something. Or
Yeah,
like a
it
spiritual
feels
thing.
no, literally, it feels like to me at least like she's being possessed by somebody, you know?
A peal of thunder shakes the land, and the dark clouds coalesce into a face. A terrible visage above you, a face with eyes, nose, and a mouth, looks down upon you. A deep, booming voice matching the thunder calls from beyond the mountains. She is mine! A terrible crack resounds as blue lightning splits the sky and strikes the pool.
Okay.
I need you all to make dexterity checks.
Checks or saving throws.
Checks. And I will roll for Irina.
Oh boy.
Great.
Okay, you are all knocked prone, as the seismic wave that just comes off this lightning bolt just knocks you to your feet. Thankfully, none of you were in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep,
that
literally
second
what's going
effect,
through Amira's mind right now.
that second effect doesn't happen. But you do watch now, as like after this lightning strike happens, whatever luster the pool had is now gone. It doesn't sparkle or shine, it's just water.
Do those names ring a bell or anything?
No,
Like Tatiana and Sergei.
not at all.
Okay.
Does Arena calm down, or is she still wailing?
Eventually. It's very much a once all the emotion is out, she calms down. But it is a process. To the point that she's even like still crying when she sits herself up, stands herself up, brushes herself down of like whatever grass and dirt was on her, and then while just like wiping her nose on the back of her hand, just turns. It's like, let's finish this pyre before anything else happens.
Sonder would immediately, like, you know, come up to her and be like, do you feel anything? Is anything wrong? Do you feel hurt? What just happened?
At first, she doesn't
Do you know
say.
what Tatiana?
At first, she doesn't say anything to any of the questions. She goes, all I know is that I felt a kinship to that man. That maybe it was a past life. I don't know. But he felt safe. The pool felt safe.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't have reached otherwise. But no, the name Tatiana means nothing to me. Other than it being
So
a
keep
name.
a distance from that.
Yeah, we will keep keep a distance from the pool, especially if it does that. And while the face is no longer morphed in the clouds, there is now a renewed sense of whatever storm was passing is now coming back. And thunder is rumbling ahead over you.
I don't usually mind storms, but that one I don't like. I hand Arena my second hand axe. Let's go chop some wood.
And she starts to hack away at branches and trees, just taking out some frustration.
Yep, and I'm gonna let her. She can go rage room on that tree.
Yeah. I'll say, Amira, it wasn't something that you picked up on because, well, you haven't known Jack for that long, and also you just were paying more attention to the fact of oh, she's maybe possessed and is now reaching towards this pool. But I would say that Jack, even with your passive perception, the man in the lake looked your age, looked your build, looked like you.
Yeah.
There's enough there for you to be thinking about things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, after checking that Irina's okay and giving Amira her other hand axe back, Sonder would definitely check on Jack. He sees that Amira's okay, so he's just like, "Are you alright?"
Do you want the honest question, or do you want the answer you want to hear?
He kind of looks at you with these sad eyes. The best way I can describe it is very big puppy dog eyes, basically. As he kind of just puts a hand on your shoulder. Always the honest one. You don't have to hide anything from me.
I'm not doing okay, Sonder. I'm a little lost right now. I didn't imagine losing Queenie. You see him struggling for words a bit.
He'll kind of pull Jack into a hug. It's a very, hug from your soul type of hug, where he kind of wraps you up in his arms, and you can feel his hand kind of, splayed out on your back, as he kind of, rubs circles in your back. You can feel his shoulders jumping, too. And you can feel a little bit of tears kind of hitting the top of your head. But he hugs you tight.
Hard back. He's holding back enough to not want to hurt you or anything like that, but he's hugging on to you almost for dear life a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He'll kind of very slowly just kind of curl in a little bit, so he rests his chin on your head, and he'll kind of nuzzle into your hair a little bit, and you can feel the vibrations in his chest as he just kind of starts slowly coming.
I can't let this happen again. I gotta do. I'm gonna have to try harder.
And you can kind of feel him kind of push you a little bit tighter into his chest. It's not all your fault.
It kind of is, though. It was my plan to push into that building. He had to try to take it.
You couldn't have known. And it was my job too.
I had King out of position. He was taking our flank. I built King specifically to help protect Queenie. Of course, he wasn't there. I had him someplace else.
This is not your fault. It is as much as your fault as it is my fault, as Azazel, as Aurora, and as Saya. And Irina. We're all a team. We do things together. Nobody would have seen this coming. Nobody knew what would happen. And I don't know why we are still alive. But we are. And we can't take that for granted. I know it hurts. I know it feels like your soul is being torn to shreds. It feels like the warmth has left your body. And you can feel no joy anymore. I know. I know it hurts. But she wouldn't want this. She would let us mourn and tell us to get our asses moving and to protect what we have left.
Right. You're right. Still work to be done. And when we get home, some more work to do. Let's not put our efforts to vain.
If we can. We should take some things to bring back to her mom's and, keep something of her for ourselves. To always have her close, you know?
I wasn't planning on burning her stuff. I was gonna bring her stuff back.
He, squeezes you a little bit and kind of pulls back on the hug, so he kind of holds you on your shoulders and he kind of looks down at you. I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. You're the only family that I have left. And we have to protect each other.
gonna reach up and ruffle Saunders' hair a bit. Likewise. Thank you, Saunders.
He gives you a bit of a shaky smile and kind of bonks his head very gently with yours. Of course. That's what I'm here for.
How are you doing?
Well, not great myself, but it's, definitely hard to parse through, but I can't focus on myself right now. He kind of gives you a very wobbly smile and keeps a hand kind of like on your shoulder, like he doesn't want to stop touching you. I have other people that I have to worry about first.
Saunder will give Jack will give Saunder. Not Saunder will give Jack.
Yes.
I'm gonna be Saunder now. Good luck with Jack.
Oh god, I'm not smart enough for this.
Jack will give Saunder a small smirk. You can't just forget about yourself now. You gotta take care of yourself too. If you need anything, let me know. Can't be taking care of others if you can't take care of yourself.
He'll kind of, again, like bonk his head with yours. I understand. The same goes with you. I'm not great with words, but I am, I'm always here if you need a hug. But let's, before the storm rolls in and, we can't light a fire anymore, we should,
Yeah.
we should put Queenie to bed.
We're gonna need to get a container.
I have, glass vials in my pack if you need them.
Do you have any large ones? For the ashes?
Let me check.
Oh, this is gonna be so weird. Amira, like, not wanting to be, like, overhearing, but also can't help but overhear, just pulls out a chest.
A full chest!
It in the thingy, it just says a chest, so I need to double check what the size of it is. Oh, okay. It's like maybe like 3x4. I think that might be too big. It says it can hold 12 cubic feet or 300 pounds of gear. Okay, so maybe the chest might be a bit too big.
That is a full-sized chest.
Okay. Maybe not that then.
Has this thing strapped to your back.
I thought it was like a little chest. Like a keepsake chest.
That's what I first thought until you said it's 12 cubic feet.
That's a big fucking chunkus boy.
Retcon that then. She doesn't pull that out.
How is she carrying that?
It says I got it in my pack, apparently. But it's not actually in my inventory for some reason. Okay. Never mind. Oh, okay. In that case then, Amira will just take everything out of her tinderbox And we'll just hand you the tinderbox.
Sure about this, Mayor?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Before we like actively put Queenie on the pyre, Sonder will take off like her armor and take off her holy symbol and her necklace. He'll just kind of like put the necklace and clasp it around his neck and hand Jack her holy symbol.
One thing Jack's making sure is off her body and is not in this pyre is her deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing that needs to make it back to her mother's.
Would that be on her or would that be in her backpack?
In the backpack.
Okay.
Just double checking, making sure. By God, Queenie would haunt me if I accidentally burned that.
Oh god, yeah. She would just be in your dreams like, you fucking idiot! You let my cards burn! You know how special those are! You wanna know how much money I asked to commission those cards?
I mean, there's also a dice set as well.
Yeah. Leaving Queenie in her casual clothes. Another nice dressed up clothes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll burn that in a different fire. Queenie's honor.
Exactly.
But we'll set it. We'll set the pyre.
Easy
Once
enough
it
to say
starts
that it's burning.
burning. Sorry.
I was gonna say, easy enough to say that it starts burning. Like, it's not actually started raining yet, it's just threatening.
As soon as the like sparks catch and it does start burning, Sandra's gonna come over and hold your hand, Jack.
Hold your hands. Reach out for both Irina and Mira.
Mm-hmm. Make like a crescent, I guess.
Irina takes your hand. There's definitely there's a moment of awkwardness and timidness, but she does take it.
When it's really quiet and all they can hear is like the crackling of like the fire in the wood. And Mira would just say very quietly, she doesn't blame any of you. And she loves you. And then specifically looks to Jack very dearly. Her last words are of both of you.
Sandra's heart kind of just like breaks a little bit. His shoulders kind of start shaking as he kind of like puts his head. He holds Jack's hand a bit tighter.
Jack will be quiet. Just staring into the pyre. Tears slowly starting to roll down his face. But he's not going to move until this pyre is done burning.
For the sake of time, we'll say that you're there until the very end, and you do manage to get a tinderbox full of ashes before the heavens open and the rain begins to pour again. Are you heading straight back to Dimitri and Anna's? Or are you having a bit more of a wander before you head back?
Head on back, because I'm pretty sure we've been out for more than an hour, even though I told Azazel to be back in an hour.
Yeah, you fuck.
Azazel and Aurora, while you didn't necessarily see the face in the sky, you definitely heard the booming voice of "She is mine," and you heard that crack of lightning as it hit the ground nearby.
It's fine.
But by the time the rest of the party return, sodden from the rain,
Fine.
You're breaking up really bad. I didn't catch. I heard sodden, and that was it.
Damn.
well, I stopped.
I don't hear anything at the moment.
That's because I wasn't talking. I stopped talking because I heard the opposite, and I heard Nerin, very robot, being like, "Fine."
Yeah, Aurora was kind of just stumbling over the word for a minute trying to get it out, like, what?
That's fine. It's fine. I didn't hear anything, did you? Nope. Perfect.
But our friends are out there?
Friends?
Irina's out there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, friend. Valid.
Irina's out there?
Wait, hang on. My thing's still go. Wait, is it still going? It is, because I rolled for 6 hours. Is my thing still going?
Technically, yeah, because it's not been 6 hours.
And hold on. I need to see what the distance. This is the same plane of existence?
No, it's not the same thing.
No, this is Queens.
I hate you.
You're one of the
Are we within a mile of each other?
I will need to do conversions of mile to feet and get back to you.
like 5,000 something?
Do you want to say yes and I can just talk to them, or you just tell me no? I don't need you to do math. You just tell me. I don't care.
Yes, it's gonna be
5,280 feet.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Are you dead? That's to. That would be to Jack. What?
And Jack, this would be
Dead,
coming
whoa,
through.
dude!
Yeah, Jack, this would be coming through at the moment where you've just pulled Irina away, she's sobbing, and you're about to do this pyre.
Yeah.
Message him back. No. That being said, I think Strahd knows Irina's here.
Great work! How about you come back? It's been way longer than an hour. And I would like to go to bed, but there's something we need to do first.
I'll be back soon.
You better be. If you're lying. Don't lie to me.
I'll be back.
See, that's a better answer because you were lying to me earlier.
But no, I'd say that the party arrives back at the cottage, sodden from the rain, but fine.
Welcome back. Everyone's alive. What happened?
We were
I didn't ask
respectful.
who you respect. I asked what happened, not if you were respectful. I could care less on that part of it.
We had a funeral for Queenie, and
Nice.
a voice reached out to Irina in the pool. There's a shimmering pool at the edge of the village. Don't recommend going near it. I'd give it a wide berth.
I mean, I wouldn't have done just like the three of you either. But you know, what do I know? Anyway, that's fine. All right, cool. We'll have to leave you sooner than later. Everyone is not in a emotional capacity for this conversation, which makes it a perfect time for the conversation. Because nothing's going to be held back. It's going to be a lot of daggers and harsh words, and it's going to be absolutely lovely. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. You all met Strahd back there, right?
No?
What?
Oh, you were dead, weren't you? I retract that statement. Don't worry about it.
No, you can't just. What happened?
You were brought back to life. It was great. You're welcome. Okay, so
Some tea. Just goes to the kitchen.
your vote doesn't matter for this right now. So, because that's besides the point of that what I said earlier. That's my bad. I should really pay attention to what I say before I think it, and remember what happened before I think it. But people keep dying, and leaving and not doing this full-heartedness isn't an option. So instead, I'm jumping aboard this train 125.5%. So, to help with this situation, we are all on different pages of this. And to help fix that, I think we should pick someone to be a leader. Now, that leader can be questioned, of course, but I feel like they have the overall say in what we do. So, Nightmare over there shouldn't get a vote. I don't think you do get a vote. But I'm sure everyone else is going to say you get a vote, because now you're part of the family. So, we'll let them decide on that one. But I think we should all...
back in with like a tray of tea and stuff. Be like, what?
I think everyone can take a moment. I don't. I know my vote already. But I think that needs to be decided right now before we all go to sleep. So when we wake up, we have a straight path to follow for whatever the leader says. Do people need time to think?
No. I've got my vote.
There's one.
I think.
Don't say the name. I just want to know if you're ready.
Yes.
Okay, there's two. Aurora.
I suppose I could choose, but
Okay. Dumbass bitch.
That's very rude, Azazel.
Why after this? But I look over to the last one who hasn't given me a vote, which I'm assuming you're gonna let them vote, but like I'm assuming you're gonna say they're ready, and we'll find out their vote later. Correct, DM?
Sure.
Versus Saya.
Yeah. We'll just be there like, Ali, you really need to watch the VOD.
You're also muted.
Yeah, we'll say to Mythical that they need to watch the VOD, and then they can put their thoughts forward.
Yeah. And I look to Irina. Do you have somebody?
And you can see them thinking about it. And she shakes her head.
Alright then. Well, because it was my idea, I feel like I should go first. I feel like everyone already knows my answer. It's the absolute obvious choice. My vote is Jack.
I whisper to Aurora, what is this vote thing?
There was quite a bit of before we left Balaki, and like Azazel said, we really on the same page. I guess this is about that.
So you're telling me you're all adults and you can't come to an adult decision together?
There was a lot of emotion before we left Balaki.
Okay. I'm just gonna carry on giving people tea, and like she's literally like pouring mugs and like handing them to people. And
Who's
she
next?
picks up her own one and wait. So I don't get a vote.
Oh no, I'm sure someone says you do.
I don't know any of you well enough to have a vote.
That's
I feel
well,
like that's a
logical.
bullshit answer.
Oh, maybe not logical. Never mind.
Well-
I retract.
Too many voices. What?
You seem to know a lot about us.
That's just because Mother Midnight gave me some information and a vision. And Madame Ava also told me about her vision. Just drinks tea and just looks at everybody because nobody is willing to silence.
Who's next? You also can vote for yourself. I should specify because I'm sure people didn't realize that you can vote for yourself.
Oh, that explains why
My
you didn't
vote.
vote for yourself. Immediately goes back to drinking tea.
I didn't hear what you said. Nightmare.
It's a moment of like the kid part of her is like popped up and goes, "Oh, so that's why you didn't vote for yourself," and then immediately goes, "Oh fuck, shit." And just
I'd say
starts
can.
drinking tea.
C-A-N.
Can't.
C-A-N. Can. You can vote for yourself.
Oh, I thought you said you can't. Okay, never mind.
Nah, you can vote for yourself. C-A-N. Jack, I'm sorry for that. The child spoke up. The nightmare. What was your vote?
My vote was for you.
Who's next?
Mine is for you as well.
Okay. Next.
Well, my vote, was for Jack.
Alright. So far it's a tie. Arena? No hard feelings here.
You can see her thinking about this, and you can fully see the cogs turning. Like she's giving it the thought that the decision probably deserves. Considering that once I get myself settled here, I'm not going to be a part of the group. It'll be me saying thank you and you all leaving. I feel like I have even less of a right to a vote. What you do after the next couple of days is completely up to you.
But I guess we have to wait until Say gets back.
Oh.
Or
Mm.
Queenie. Like
There's no
Queenie.
Queenie.
Queenie's dead. I met Nightmare.
Mira. Mira
Nightmare.
worked just fine. Asshole.
Thank you.
Oh, you don't.
Do you have a
remember
vote, or are you
that.
out?
Do you guys think I should have a vote?
That's up. I'm leaving it up to whatever people say.
You're part of this group now. So, you have a voice. And everyone has a right to their voice.
What were the problems that you guys were having that has caused this vote to happen?
We disagreed on what we should be doing.
Bit more information.
Back in the last town, we were met with a decision. The decision required for us to either take out a person by helping another group whose alignment, it wasn't something we agreed with, but the person we'd be taking out, while we had the same alignment, their actions are things we disagreed with. And some of us wanted to take out the person because, let's be honest, they were a terrible person, despite the fact that they aligned with us, and other people wanted to take them out.
For the security of another, kind of gestures to Irina.
Some of
As
us
I'm
felt one way was safer than the others, and others felt the other way was safer.
So there's two things. A, do you want to vote? And then B, if you do, what is it? Because if you answer the first one in one way, it doesn't matter. It solves the rest.
Can I cast my vote at a later date, or does it have to be today?
It would have to be tonight. Thank you. Look at that, we're already agreeing on things.
Okay.
Does it have to be either? Also, I should preface it. There's only been two names thrown out there. You also can throw another name, it just really wouldn't matter.
Sorry, I'm trying to. You're saying in the last town, something aligned with you, something didn't, and they each wanted you to take the other out?
Yes.
So, the one that you aligned with but was doing bad things, and then the other one
Yes.
that you didn't align with but did okay things?
No, no one was good in this situation.
Oh. So if nobody was doing good, and none of the options were good, why'd you get caught in the middle?
Sore subject right now. I wouldn't be asking that. I don't give a shit, but there's others here who do. Let's just say, remember-
I'm sorry, I don't mean to upset people.
You're not. You're asking questions, and I've answered them. So, do you want to vote? Let's go with that. Do you want to vote, darling?
Oh, I'm darling now and not nightmare. Okay. I don't think I'm entitled to a vote.
All right. Well,
But
we're
I
gonna
reserve
say
the
it.
right to announce another vote at a later time if
This is
nothing.
it. Nightmare. This right here is it. Unless the group decides, hey, this leader sucks balls, we're revamping it. That's the only time you can cast another vote. Now or never.
Sorry, revamping. um, okay, no takers for that joke. Okay.
No, I'm trying to hold it back.
I will abstain. I don't know anybody all too well.
Understood. Say I called you a salty bitch and a dumbass bitch. I will keep calling you bitch. But we have your answer. You know what? Fuck it. I'll be honest with everybody. What happened back there? Because why I'm calling this salty ass fucking bitch ass bitch a bitch right now. Also, I want to point out to everybody. I already talked to Allie. I told her I was going to be yelling at her character. She says it's all good. It's nothing personal. So I'm just pointing that out there right now. Unfortunately, I didn't have this grand idea beforehand, but I became Strahd. I have the ability to do so. Me and him are very tight. And I told the druids to fuck off. And that's how I was able to get most of you back alive. Unfortunately, they didn't have many healing aspects. So Queenie, unfortunately, was unable to be rectified in that absence. Am I disappointed in myself? Absolutely. I'm smarter than that. But I still saved most of you, and that's all I can really do. So... at least I did fucking something. After that, there was one druid that was by themselves. I started talking to them. I was trying to tell him to be an asset to us, so we kind of have an idea of what's going on with Strahd and the other druids. And say what? Let me do my business, and fuck the whole thing up. And I'm pretty sure they know that I impersonated Strahd. Strahd's gonna find out about that, and he's gonna be really pissed off at me. I still don't disagree with my decision. And we lost all assets, and that winery is probably gonna go absolutely just get murdered because someone's a dumbass bitch. So that doesn't influence your decision. I don't know what will, but I felt like I should be open with everyone on that one.
And we didn't tell the Mardikovs before we handed the winery over?
No.
They could all get killed.
Yes.
We can't... What? Why didn't you say anything before?
Safer not to.
They should at least be warned that they could get taken over again and that we won't be able to help them next time.
I told them for now it is safe. I didn't say it was going to be forever. I didn't say we killed them all. I said for now. So if they don't take precautions, that is on them.
Aurora holds up like one finger, just like hold on a sec. That was you in there.
I do a flourish spin and I use my action to use my changeling ability to become Strahd.
Well, that's a trick.
Describe
Yes, it is.
Describe the transformation for me.
Oh no. Oh fuck, there's people here, aren't there?
Yeah?
I love that.
Dummy.
No, it's great. I'm honestly okay with this. So I'm literally just going to like do the stupid, you know when you're a kid and like you're like have like a cape and you just like kind of stomp in a circle and it kind of like makes you into like kind of like twirl a little bit. That's basically what I'm doing. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just turning my image over. I was gonna do something worse, by the way. I was gonna turn myself into Queenie, but I thought that was too much, so I went to Strahd. Sure, what was my first idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first idea. Try to sway the votes a little bit. Do I see someone? Do I hear a scream or do I hear anything, DM?
No.
No? I don't notice anything either?
No. I just wanted you to
Alright,
describe
lovely.
like how you transformed.
I'm absolutely gonna get reported. That's fine. So, and this is what it looks like if I change my appearance, and I can sometimes alter my voice. And I'm just gonna revert back to Zazel. So yeah, that was me. I know, absolutely awesome, gorgeous.
I'm gonna go
So,
with
yes.
useful as a word.
I don't use it very often.
Which is good, because that's terrifying.
But that's also a really good tool to have in a toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Especially if you're me, who's an asshole.
Are we allowed to change our votes at the other side of this information?
You can change, sure, why not? The vote hasn't been completed, to say it hasn't sucked. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm switching my vote
Okay, switch it to who?
to myself.
Alrighty, well then it is a landslide. There is no reason for say to vote. Jack, you are the group leader.
Leave him alone, Gloria. He's not going anywhere. Did I ask him to go anywhere? Sir, did I ask you to go anywhere?
Congratulations, sir.
Excuse me? Zoe, go around. No, I meant excuse me because I thought I might bump into him, not excuse me because I want him to move.
Excuse me, I'm right here.
And I for one
Question
don't want you to
for
move.
the DM.
Can I get you anything?
Mm-hmm.
So, seeing Azazel do his little dancey dance, would I know that he was a changeling? Like, straight out the gate? Or would I have to, like, roll for that?
Oh, this is fully an Arcana roll.
Okay. Dice gods, please be in my favor tonight.
Hospital's got a new hand in there? No, it is a paper hanger.
14?
I'll say that because you're from the Feywild, and so are changelings, that it's a little bit of an easier distinction for you to make compared to maybe someone else. But as soon as you watch his appearance change, height change, accent change, everything was flawless. It was just Strahd in Azazel's clothing, because he can't change his clothing.
Yeah, he would be very, like, stunned, I guess is the correct word. Because he would just be like, this entire time, we have literally been, like, from the same place, and you didn't say anything?
Nope.
I heaved a sigh of relief when she was taken out, and I was finally free of the pain. I laid there on the table for some time when I noticed there wasn't any movement around me. My daughter was crying her lungs out. I opened my eyes to see 3 nurses bent over her.
I don't know what I
Isn't a
expected.
baby crying a good sign? Yes, you relax, said the nurse. I closed my eyes again. There was whispering amongst
But
the
I'm glad I'm not the only one anymore.
Tell me, is everything all right? Your baby came out hungry. And
Well, that does it make does my demeanor make a little more sense to you now?
closest to her, who had a syringe of milk in her hand, and my daughter was
Yes, absolutely.
exact copy of my husband I have there.
That's racist.
When they wrapped her up, all been from that day till today. She doesn't play TV or even sleep, but she can't do without it, just like her father. No wonder she smiles. She recognized her.
As Azazel dissolves into a giggle fit.
I was so happy. I'm sorry. Dee started laughing and it made me laugh.
That was hilarious.
I did say that though. Or he did, I should say.
Just quirks an eyebrow. No. I wouldn't say that. It's not a prejudice. It's just they are more inclined to be tricksy and
Very typical.
trustful and just kind of waves in your general direction.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So it does make a lot of sense. I'm just what's the word? Not hurt because it's not personal, but I'm a little sad that you didn't say anything. I understand.
I don't
But
told shit to anyone about this. I don't even like using it.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
he kind of
But,
just like nods in understanding.
So, anywho, Jack, huzzah, little finger clap. May I go to bed, oh fearless leader?
You don't need my permission to go to bed. You want to sleep, go sleep.
Unless there's something you wanting us to do.
Nothing for today.
Alright then. I am going to go and enjoy my corner then.
You want company in that corner tonight?
That is completely up to you. I am a salty bitch asshole right now, so... Actually, no. You're the bitch and salty and an asshole. I put to say it. That's right. Oh, thank you. You took that away from me today. I so appreciate you. That's right. Oh, I can't be around you anymore. I want to kill you. Walk away. And then as soon as, like, I'm gonna go into the next room, and then my hand's just gonna pop out. It's just gonna be a middle finger to Saya, and then back in. And then 2 hands out, and then back.
Well, I'd probably say we chose the right leader.
Is that your way of saying you were gonna vote for me?
Yeah, I guess.
Congratulations, Jack. Aurora's gonna grab an extra cup of tea and fill out her season.
Don't let it sit too long. It'll go bitter and cold. Like Azazel.
Fuck you!
No, thank you.
Tea is always better when it's warm anyway. But thank you. And, congratulations again, Jack. And nice to meet you, Mira. Amira.
Nice to meet you too.
Just slips into the room after Azazel offers him the tea when she's
I might ask if they have anything a bit stronger than tea.
Got wine.
I got holy water.
I don't think... No, you should definitely keep that. I will definitely take some wine. I don't think I'm gonna be sleeping for a little bit, so, yeah, I'm gonna go get that wine. Pour myself a very big glass. Sonder is going to drown his feelings in alcohol.
The only prize at the bottom of that bottle is a headache.
It was always funny watching incoming freshmen crowd the line 5 minutes before their 8 a.m. and slowly filter out in despair as they realized there was absolutely no way they were getting to class on time. Cue to this freshman girl dressed in the classic campus t-shirt, jean shorts, blonde ponytail. She walked up, assessing the line.
I can handle my alcohol pretty well, actually. I'll be okay. He just gives you a very small, kind of tight smile.
So what's the next step?
Right now, good night's rest. After that, I was thinking, well, we already know this place is a little off here.
Yep,
Can't go.
that's crushed.
We can't go back to the last town. So we need to make a place that's outside of the towns that would be a backup in case we need to move arena one more time. The only place I'm thinking of we could potentially do
Parents with nanny cams. What if you caught your babysitter doing? I house and dog sit.
is that windmill.
The first time I did it, they mentioned that they had a security camera by the front door that was motion activated. And I
Do I
didn't
know
think
the
anything of
windmill
it. They
DM?
were away for a few weeks. They
Oh
returned.
yeah, because you live nearby it, the windmill is quite famous.
Later, my mom calls me, laughing hysterically. My parents had dinner with the friends.
Okay, you want to go back there? That's
Apparently, all
it's like a
the split
couple of
was
days,
like
isn't it,
full
to get back there?
Oh, like a day.
toy in hand, the largest silly grin on my face, followed by the
Okay,
two huskies racing and
that's
slamming,
doable in a
followed
day.
by me, followed by the huskies, over and over
Um,
and over. I sit for them as frequently as possible. Parents with
not to
nanny
metagame, so I'm gonna ask. Do I know what's in there?
A granny and her two daughters that sell pastries.
When have you seen the real
Okay.
world hit a spoiled brat? When I was in high school, there was this horrible bratty rich kid who loved
Oh, you're on about the pastry windmill.
and play the "you know who my dad is" card a lot. Let's call him Todd. I hated this kid all through school. Final year of high school, I'd had a bad day one day, and it obviously showed. Todd sees me walking in the halls.
Are you a little confused?
I promptly tell him to shut it, as I am not in the mood. He
They
walks over
all
to me while I am at
pastries
my
out
locker
of
and slams
there.
the locker door and shoves me. He said something else, but I honestly don't remember what it was.
What they were saying.
Saw red and drove my fist into his nose like a truck. I stomped away all teenage and angsty. Got called to the office the next day. Todd is sitting there with his father and the principal. I knew I was fricked. The principal shows us all the security camera footage of what
I haven't seen it myself, but you say
father puts his hand on
Aurora and
tells Todd to say thank you, and you both look at
Zazel
Todd says, "Why would I thank him? He broke my nose." His father responds with, "Because
saying
if I
there was
didn't make
hags in there.
like that, I'd have ended you." He stood up and left, and I was excused to return to class. Todd never bothered me again. When have you seen
DM, do I know what hags are?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I was saying we go there. If we can clear that out, that'd be a place we could ideally clean up. Just as a secondary, safe place. A backup. Be it.
I need to stretch. Sorry if that was a question to me, I didn't hear it properly.
Or it was not.
Oh, that's right then.
So we're going to the windmill tomorrow?
Yes, not tonight. It's raining right now. We've been traveling through the rain. Just rest up tonight. Take it easy. We'll do our chores in the morning. Forward from there.
Do you guys play any games or anything in the evening, or is it usually just a talk and then go bed kind of thing?
See a small smile on Jack. Who wants to play some cards?
Oh, okay.
Sandra, you playing?
Yeah, sure. I'm just kind of leans towards Amira. I'm not very good at them, but I'm learning, and I'm getting better.
Well, I may not even know the games that you play, so.
Well, if you have a different game, I would love to start learning that one, playing that. Irene, are you joining?
As you look over, you see that for the majority of the conversation about like who's going to be leader and voting, she'd moved over to the window to like watch the rain fall. And there's a moment where you can see that she's coming back from deep thought. But with a smile, she does look to you and go, "Why not? A game of cards before we turn in for the night?"
If you don't mind me asking, what were you thinking about?
I was, it's going to sound silly, but I was trying to remember a dream.
Doesn't sound silly.
I thought that if I could maybe remember some of the details, it would answer a question I had, but it's gone. And she does a gesture of like the wisps coming like away from her ear, where it's like it's just gone.
What question did you have?
There's actually like a decent pregnant pause as you can see her like weighing up the pros and cons of trying to like, should she tell you what she was thinking about? But eventually Oh, go on.
You say if I'm prying too much, I can retract that question.
That gets her to chuckle, and she comes over to the table, takes her place, gets ready to like deal out a hand of cards depending on the game. Yes. I was trying to see if I remembered Sergei, who he was, if he was part of a dream or something else entirely.
The thing with people in dreams is that they have to be people we've known before or somebody that we've seen. We don't just make up faces. But dreams are also intangible. They're not something you can grasp with our hands. When you're trying really hard to focus on them, you're never going to get it. It can't be held, but it's almost as if you can almost touch it. So it's best not to focus on it.
She gives a bit of a non-committal shrug and goes, "Who knows? I might see him again tonight."
If you ask Mother, maybe she could help you with that.
As long as nothing bad happens to you.
In my dreams?
He also kind of shrugs. Well, considering all of the things that we've been seeing and going through lately, I wouldn't put it behind us.
Do you see Sergei again? Oh, if it is a dream about Sergei, I'd love to meet the guy. He has great looks, by the way. Says jokingly.
Well, he does look like you. Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Kind
was
of
the
what I
joke. Okay.
I'd say Amira, while Sonda and Jack are having this back and forth, you see Irina, she's getting prepared to join the game and sitting down, and she was joining him with a smile until Jack, they was there oh, he's a great looking guy, and she immediately is just blushing, looking down at the table, just has a little bit of an awkward chuckle, just oh yeah,
I'm a girl's girl, I'm not going to call her out. So what game are we playing?
If you had a new game, I'd love to learn it. So I can't say I cheat if it's a game I don't know.
You will find a way. You've done it before.
I know, go fish.
I'm willing to learn.
Very easily explains the rules of go fish.
Games go on into the night.
Sorry, because I'm used to shuffling your tarot.
Dimitri and Anna give you
I've only
the
learned
privacy of the front room.
learned how to shuffle cards because of, well,
No, we can hear you.
I was just worried I was
I
talking
think we
over
just
people.
talked at the same time.
Yeah.
Ah,
No.
fine. Everything's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's totally not the internet.
It's very much not the internet or the like thousands of miles between all of us. Don't worry.
Mm.
Oh, we lost somebody.
I think you had to go.
It was Mr. Sorrow.
Ah,
He said he might have to leave early, so that's fair. That would be a history check, right? See if you remember that.
I could have swore I put something into my history, but it's not showing up on my sheet, so I'll have to check my notes. That's a 10.
Yeah, there's a vague recollection of some people being reincarnated and some people having past lives, but it's also the kind of thing of you don't know whether that's something that Madam Eva believed in, or it's something that is from Mother Midnight, or it is actually like a concrete thing. It's one of those where it's like, yeah, and you don't know. Heard of it?
No, it's just more the thing as well of, yeah. Just the thing as well of them saying, like, only so many people get souls in Valaki as well, so. Not Valaki and Barovia.
But no, the card games go into the night. Multiple rounds had by all. Anna and Dimitri give you the privacy of the front room to let you do as you would like. Is there anything specific that you would like to do, or anyone would like to do, should I say, before we call it for the evening?
Wherever Jack goes to sleep, Sandra's gonna turn into a cat and curl up by his feet.
Jack,
And Mira would just.
go for it.
No, you go first.
Jack would want to ask Irina one last thing, but I'll message you that.
Okay.
Oh, secret secrets.
I mean, we can go to the Whisper Room if you want.
It's up to you.
I mean, I'm happy to go. It's if anyone has anything else they want to do.
It would. I was just gonna say, Amira was just gonna say a prayer to like Mother Midnight to like help Queenie like transition and to make sure like she's in a good place, but also to see if Mother Midnight can lend a hand to Irina to see if she can like kickstart that dream again, so we get a bit more information.
Make a religion check for me.
Oh, I am rolling so well.
With a 7. You obviously send up your prayers and you hope that they're heard, but it's been a long time since the gods have responded to anyone. It's been a long time since anyone has received any kind of confirmation. It's one of the reasons that religion in Barovia in general is kind of dying out because the gods are refusing to answer people's prayers.
Yeah.
So you just hope that something has gone up there. If there's nothing else from anyone else, I'll leave it up to you, Dusky. If you want to just type it out, we can type it out. If you'd like to go to the Whisper Room, we can go to the Whisper Room. I don't mind either way.
We can go to the Whisper Room.
Alright then. What questions do you have for me? Or should I say Irina? It's not necessarily me.
And make sure he's out of earshot of everyone else.
Mm.
I don't want to keep you up too late or anything like that. I just had two real quick questions.
Of course.
First of which is, I know you're planning on staying here. That's alright. I want to make sure it's safe, so I'm planning on coming back. There's some things here that aren't adding up very well. I thought this would be a safer place than Valakia, but first impressions aren't doing too great for me. Which brings me to my question, if you wanna join us still, the invitation's always gonna be open.
I do appreciate that, Jack. The first impression that I am getting is that while it is better, it is not necessarily safe. Especially with the display in the sky.
Yeah.
I may come with you, even if it is just to lend a sword. See if I can't keep moving. I think maybe moving is going to be something that we use to our advantage.
Not keep you in one place at a time.
I think settling might be a bad idea.
We were planning on heading back towards Valakia, not actually going into Valakia, but there's a windmill on the outside. Hopefully clearing that out and at least having a building if we needed to move large distances, we can at least have a place inside to stay for a bit.
I'm aware of the windmill. We passed it on the way to Valaki. Never been inside though.
What Aurora was saying, it's not a nice sight on the inside.
No, I heard the stories from Miss Hazel. It's not somewhere I'm looking forward to, but it sounds like somewhere we need to go.
But the second thing I do want to bring up was about that pool. Do you... This is going to be an intrusive thought, not a thought, but question. So you can say no, you don't want to answer this because it's personal. The pool showed someone, but it looked a lot like me. It What are your thoughts of me, if you don't mind me asking?
Smart, caring, welcoming, open, easy to talk to. We have only known each other for a day. Maybe two. And you can see her
Back
thinking
to-
about that now. It's like,
Do you feel safe around me?
I do. In a way that I don't have the words to explain why. But I do.
Fair enough. Well, hope to keep you safe.
And I you. Today was scary enough.
It's hope nothing like that ever happens again.
Well, if it
Despite all the
does, I'll find a healer's kit or something.
despite the fights this party gets into, they're growing on me.
It is a what is this saying? A ragtag group.
I won't keep you up. Have a wonderful night.
And you. With a half smile, just watches as you head over to wherever you're setting up for the night. You get a similar vibe potentially that she doesn't want to go sleep in the bedroom if Aurora and Azazel have claimed the bedroom. So she
Fully
just,
understandable.
so she just takes a bedroll and sets it up. Actually, completely going against like her noble background, she sets it up near the cows. Like, just huddles up to them for warmth.
Do you like farm animals, or have you tended fields before?
Never once in my life. I have no idea what this animal is other than books. And she like gives a very tentative stroke to the side of the cow.
Funny enough, I actually grew up on a farm.
Oh, now this I must hear. And she kind of like get not out of the bedroll, but she keeps the bedroll like around herself as she then like scoots over to be like, I must hear about these stories.
That'll be a story for another night. I already took up too much of your time.
Alright, but I will hold you to it. You promised me a good story.
Fair enough. I'll head. Go cuddle up with Cat Sonder.
I ain't heading back over.
Sonder.
Mhm.
I mean, probably take one of the couches. And so if you're going to be a cat, I'm not letting you sleep by my feet. I'm just gonna pick you up, just like cuddle you into my chest.
Oh, I'm crying. Yeah, he would immediately like start purring. He's like a tuxedo cat. So he's just like purring and like kneading his little mittens on your chest and like rubbing his head like on your chin. Just being like, I'm here, I'm here.
There'll be a very interesting moment later on in the night when Sonder falls asleep and therefore reverts back to his furbolg form. But
Yeah.
we'll worry
We'll
about
figure that out later.
The comedy of the moment. Before a random person fully forming onto a couch.
Don't worry, I'll still be snuggling you, so it'll be fine. It'll just be very, very soft.
We all just heard oof in the night and we're like, that's Thunder.
You hear like air escaping lungs and maybe a cracked rib. Alright then. Is there anything else for anyone else before we end it for the night?
Aurora would probably use up her last 2 spell slots to heal herself before bed.
Fair enough.
She'd be a picky Sunite and didn't want to wake up with scars.
Completely fair and understandable. Feel free to roll healing if you like, or just be like, I've healed myself.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll the thing now or next session?
We'll do that next session, because that will be
Okay.
where we start from.
Okay, I'm down.
But if that is everything,
And the moments before she falls asleep, she's also going to start casting her prayers back to Suni again. Girl's been through a lot, and for her, that's almost like, that's like trying to, like the little kid of like, I'm hurting and I just want my mom.
make a religion check for me.
18.
Somehow, even here, in this place without beauty and seem to be full of darkness and unhappiness, you feel this warmth inside your chest, this glow that you've only felt when in the midst of a Sunite celebration. It's this presence, this love, this warmth. The feeling of being near to your goddess.
Probably the most content that she's slept the whole time in Barovia.
Okay.
She'll be just completely happy while she falls asleep.
Alright then. If that is everything, then we will call it there for the night. Thank you everyone so much for joining us on our little adventure. Hopefully next week we'll see where we're going, and maybe we'll be able to take down these hags. Debatable, but maybe. But for now, it's a goodbye from me, and a goodbye from my players.
Bye.
Good night.
We'll see you here every Friday, and then every Tuesday on YouTube.